Welcome to Rivet and Roll. I'm Aaron. This is Amanda. That's Carmen back there. And today we're doing something a little different. This is going to be our first episode of something we're trying to still come up with a name for. Either drive day diaries, discussions, car chat. But basically, we're on a long drive day. We are headed back home right now, and to pass the time in the car, we're going to chat with you, have some discussions, and I have some questions lined up for today for Amanda. I'll answer them too, but really I have some questions lined up for Amanda. You ready?
Ready.
All right. She doesn't know any of these, by the way. I've written all of these. These are secret questions. And the theme for today, since we are driving, is just road trip questions in general. Some favorites, some least favorites, things related to road trips. And of course, we'll ask why, and we'll get into the controversy, and let us know what you think of these questions or your answers to these questions, because you might have some better ideas than us. All right, question number one. Real serious, Amanda. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What is your favorite road trip snack? And when I say snack in this scenario, I do mean more like salty, savory snack.
I feel like this is a hard question.
Starting off strong. I know, it's hard. It's only going to get harder from here.
It depends at the point of the road trip and the length. I tend to kind of like to be a little healthier because we're sitting around, so it's not as exciting. But I do like fruit.
Fruit. And that's a category. What is your favorite fruit to go for on a road trip?
I don't know. I mean, this trip we've been doing like oranges, so I'm gonna say oranges. But there's different categories, so I'd say in the healthy category, oranges.
Okay, and the like kind of your guilty pleasure snack then?
I don't know. I tend to like rows of cookies.
Rows of cookies.
Yeah,
oh, like the sleeves of Oreos that we got on
like
this
that.
trip. Yeah.
One of the things that I like that I haven't gotten in a while, used to be like a go-to, are the like chocolate donuts, like the 6 of them.
Oh yeah,
I do like that.
From Hostess or
yeah.
Hostess? Is that where they're from? Yeah.
It can vary, but I think sometimes.
And for me, I'm gonna say Cool Ranch Doritos. I've not had them in a while, at least on this road trip at all, but those are kind of a go-to for me on road trips. Stop at the gas station and get some Cool Ranch Doritos.
Those are good. I like our little Pringles stacks too.
Yeah. All right, staying in a similar category, but what is your favorite road trip candy or general sweet treat? I know you said Oreos, but what about a sweet treat or candy?
I think the ones that we got, the Sour Patch Kids with that are the
watermelons.
The watermelon.
So we did just recently stop at a gas station, and while we were inside, I did pick up Sour Patch Kids watermelons because I do know that these are top of the list. I don't know if I would have picked them as your favorite road trip candy.
I think it depends on the day. Like.
And for me, I have a favorite overall candy and then a favorite road trip candy. My favorite road trip candy we had a couple days ago, that was gummy worms. They can be regular, they can be sour. Either way, they're my go-to on the road trip. And then I do, overall, I like Skittles. So because I just had gummy worms the other day, I picked up Skittles for this round. And I picked up Wild Berry, which normally I'm very much an originalist,
I love Wild Berry.
traditionalist.
Is that the dark purple one? I can't.
Yeah. Mix it up every once in a while.
Nah, that sounds good. Can I have one right now?
Right now, we're going to open it up and
Yeah.
have some Skittles while we chat. Anything else on candies? Those are good. You have them every once in a while. All right, changing gears a little bit. What do you like to listen to on a road trip? This can be music.
No.
I do already know, but they don't know. This can be music. This can be audiobooks. It can be silence. The sounds of the road.
I like all of the above, but music-wise, Taylor Swift for sure. Don't care. Always good. Gotta sing it out. And there's so much to pick from. And then I do like an audiobook. But some of the audiobooks we listen to are rather dense. So I have to do like one chapter at a time. And then
And then we debrief. We chat about it.
And
We
then
go back
some
to T
music,
Swift for a little bit.
Yep.
Then we'll go back to the audiobook. I personally, while Taylor's great, I need a little bit more variety in my music. I like finding some just random mixed playlists on Spotify and letting that go for a while. I used to have quite a few podcasts, but I have kind of let a lot of those go. And for some reason, Amanda didn't really like them very much. They were boring to her.
They're boring.
So I would have to like let her fall asleep, and then I could play my podcast. We're moving right along. Question number 4: any good road trip games? I have some.
There's always the alphabet game.
There is. That's usually the one that I end up having to play by myself in my head, because I don't know why. Why is that?
Well, I feel like I lose at it, and I really don't like losing. Like, if it were a team, or if we did every other letter, maybe I'd like it more, but I really don't prefer to lose, so I like to play to my strengths once I realize something is not to my strengths.
So yeah, definitely the alphabet game. This is not really a game to compete against each other. I guess you could see who does it first. But we have also at times done the license plate game, where you're trying to find a license plate from every state. And I feel like recently, because we are now part of the Airstream family, it's not really a game, but we play, like, I Spy an Airstream, or I don't know what to call it. Every time we see an Airstream going down the other side, we're like, Airstream! And so we're going to call that a game. Any other games?
This is really nerdy, but we do our state capital game.
Oh yeah, usually you quiz me. I've quizzed you a couple of times. We'll quiz each other on state capitals. So just seeing how many you can get right just off of memory. No multi-choice or anything. You just have to recall what is the state capital. How many did I missed? I think it was 8 the other day. Yeah, so we just played that the other day and I missed 8. There was, I think, 4 that I was like, oh, I should have known those, and 4 that I accept defeat on.
We should do like world capitals or something, like country capitals.
I would be way worse at that one.
I'd be better at that.
5th question. So our final question. Kind of a 2-parter though. What is your favorite part of a road trip drive day?
Again, that's hard. Sometimes I think like maybe the last hour, just kind of when you're been watching the time the whole time on the GPS, and you're in that last hour, and then you're looking around, and especially like when it's someplace you've never been before, and you're just taking in the sights, and you're like, oh wow, this is what this place is like. So I feel like no matter what, you watch your videos, you know, read about it, nothing compares to like being somewhere and just fully experiencing it. So I'd say the last hour, like anticipation.
I'd say that about pretty much the whole thing. I know the last hour is like where you're going. That's your actual destination. You've been building up the anticipation. For me, it's like the varied landscapes that you just see along the way. That's not always true, depending on how far you're going, but just seeing the different trees and the different mountain types and all sorts of things along the way is always interesting to me. And then your least favorite part?
Oh, I think like when I have to go to the bathroom.
Having to hold it for hours?
Well, just
not
like
hours.
trying to hold it out, like making it a reasonable stop, like making that with the gas or with whatever. But I think that's probably the worst. Actually, too, like if there's bad weather, I get very, very stressed if there's bad weather.
I feel like as my body sitting for hours just starts to ache a little bit. And so making sure you get out and stretch at your breaks, at your gas stops and bathroom breaks, do some stretches, all of those things. But that to me is like the worst part. I start just to get really uncomfortable probably after hour 5 or 6. And that's usually about where we try and end things. Today's a longer drive, but that is okay. That's why we take turns driving, just stretch, just mentally take breaks, all of that type of thing.
Slow and safe.
Slow and safe, yeah. Don't be in a rush.
And then just break up the days so you're driving with as much light as possible.
Well, that's it. That's my 5 questions that I had for Amanda. This whole road trip themed quiz. You passed.
Good. I would like a prize.
You can have more Skittles. There you go. So that's going to do it. Make sure and hit subscribe to find out where in the world Carmen goes next.